So take that. All right. All right. So I'm sorry I haven't done this before the driver. So this week doesn't really spark me emotionally, but I'm still wanting to see a continuation away from Wednesday of the week. I'm trading Thursday as a continuation C3. It's the bias on the daily before being internal to external Asia reversal or London manipulation. It doesn't matter. 6M continuation. I'm trading 6M as a for expansion canal away from the low day, away from this level towards the target levels. Trade these further songs here super clean. I just marked this up because it's like the low hanging fruit. So on ES or CYM, we don't really support larger wick, showing more weakness. ES is showing more strength as well, but NQ is showing the most strength, I would say. It's good enough. RTY as well. I was going to trade YM and RTY, but NQ and ES are clearly showing more strength. RTY though actually supports the expansion bullishly on the weekly, but there's no targets above market price. YM does have targets, but it's showing more weakness relative to what NQ is doing. So NQ is just the lead asset. So assuming that 6M is going to make continuation higher away from the low of the day, then we should respect EQ, the brief range, or find that down to the lowest one level as well as shut down. So the daily aim for profile, the daily bias for our profile is aligned with expansion bullishly. 1 hour 30 minute. What do we do per the driver? I actually like the 30 minute more. Sorry if I do this. Yeah, so technically I want to put this on here because that's the key for the lever from the low day off of. Create that CSD, create this. Then Asia to London's reversal, create that V-shape formation on the 1 hour 30 minute, predicting the low day. And then 16 opened up in respect to the closest 1 hour 30 minute level to the new Farkin open, which would be like this gap. We actually created S&P fill here. And it was actually a second stage PSP because of this candle closing bullshit while it closed bearishly here. Alright, perfect. Let's do this. So what do we do part of the driver? We've expanded. Created this protected swing. See here. And so ideally we create a swing point where we retrace it into this level. Could take that as my entry right here. Put my stop here. Target it to our but this would be like the GxT align sequence. Assuming this water block protects the low of the 6M candle. Driver continuation rate. But in this scenario, it would be driver reversal because the driver isn't opening up with any new swing formation. It's got to create a new swing formation away from the key level. So ideally, it respects this, right? Obviously. Yeah, kind of rush this, but everything supports my model. I'm not like blind right now. I'm not like forcing anything. Everything's one side bullish. Everything's clean. It's just the weak candle that doesn't really support the expansion bullishly, but I gotta forget about that. I'm gonna get subbed out. Price might not continue the expansion higher. At that point, I'm probably gonna blame that on the fact that price doesn't support the expansion bullishly on the weekly, but the bias is clean. The for profile is clean. The 1 hour 30 minute is the structure is pretty clean. And Q is clearly showing more strength, and it's pretty clear for what we've done per the driver, meaning we've expanded, created a protected swing prior to the driver, so the driver should retrace into that, create the reversal, but continuation away from the low day or away from the low of the 6M candle, right, as the GxT line sequence, and all that. Everything supports it. So I think I'll take this. Desk 9. They'll probably just buy right now. But there's no guarantee that the driver will reverse down into this key level. Since we close pretty far above it, price might just manipulate during the driver this low and then create that V shape or whatnot. But at first, when going into this day, I was worried that I wasn't going to trade because there was no target level. Like, it was just super inclined. I didn't like the weekly bias. But I can't let that stop me. Okay, but we have that S&T fill here with 1M. This gap. So I need yeah. So everything's clean. But like I said, we might not. I might not get my entry, my fill here. I don't think I will, to be honest. It's so quick, like I forget so quickly, man. C2, C3 continuation today, which is pretty clean. The framework, I guess you can say, would be order print ranges, range low to range high. Why is the daily source expansion confirmed by force pinpoint, where we have the framework internal to external, Asia reversal, London 2M continuation, 6M continuation for our profile. We still have open targets, super clean feather swings above market price to reach for before our source expansion. So ideally, for our both aligned with expansion, what we do per the river, simple as out. C2, C3, 9EM, C4. Should I move my entry up to here? Maybe I should do 8, 650. So it'd be 1300 pretty much. Right there. I'll just do that. It guarantees me to get an entry. Guarantees an entry, right? Guarantees at the entry. And then what else do we have? So we talked about another structure where we do per the river. Well, we created that during 16. We created that V-shape formation, or we created that CICSD, I guess you can say, during kind of like 3 or 4. Forgot. But we expanded part of the driver, so the driver should retrace into the level for that swing point. So we driver reversal. We did not put in a reversal away from a key level prior to the driver, so the further driver must do so. But on the 1 hour, I guess we did. We're creating C4, so but we have 2 minutes till the driver opens. So ideally, you know, we just continue the expansion higher during the driver. I mean, I think that's pretty logical. Everything is here. See what the driver does. Let's see what the driver does. I don't know why it's so hard for me to think about my model right now. So I'm so slow. What we had before? Okay, so I'm at. Okay, yeah. Now I gotta start fucking just gambling it. I don't even care. Honestly, I'm down the risk fucking 1,000. This is the third week. I saw one more. When did I create this? Five. Okay, yeah, we're good. Come on, driver. There we go. Trim me in. Let's go. Just go higher though, please. I'm big of you. Ideally, we make SMT with a slow. While volume's expanding higher, this has to go lower. That's a little annoying. It's not good. Yes, as well. It's looking better. My NQ, really? Damn, so I could have taken my entry off of that. And so in this moment, I took my entry, and now I just let price do its thing. I'm happy that the driver retraced into the key level. So we should see the driver reverse. It needs to reverse. Looks like ES is. YM is. Why is NQ doing the complete opposite? It was literally stronger before. It was clearly the stronger asset. I'm so confused, bro. Like, please explain to me how that fucking makes sense. I hate strength switching so much. I don't understand. Why NQ? Why did it just all of a sudden just switch strength like that on me? There's no way it's gonna leave this low now and just go higher. I'm probably fucked. Price might go back to my entry and take me, or give me an opportunity to take off at break even. I'm not going to though. Definitely unclean. Like, that is insane. That is insane. And we have like no movement away. Like, it should be quick. I'm not gonna even touch my entry. Like, I'm not gonna touch it at all. I really don't care what it does. I just find this boring as shit. Like, why the fuck would? I mean, ES was also showing that strength. You know, bulkier candles, but we created this CST first on NQ. I mean, NQ was clearly the lead asset. Why did it choose to? Why is NQ choosing to do this? Interesting. Well, right now, how I'm feeling, I feel like I'm gonna lose. I think I'm gonna lose this. The advice for a was clean. And Q was the strongest asset. It was a valid trade. Oh well. There was no need for me to wait for the driver to confirm the narrative. It was pretty clear. So, oh well. Oh well. There ain't no way it's gonna reverse now. And boom. There you go. Alright. Well, I'm just gonna fucking go all in today. It's crazy. Why I'm showing 2 stage S&P. It's fucking crazy. I'm gonna trade one too. No entry. But there was, I mean, NQ was the strongest asset. Like, I don't know. That's so weird. That is so annoying. Let's see. It's actually true. That's fucking hard too. But I want to put that into here. But that was it. That was it. Can't really do shit. Gotta journal it now. I'm gonna try trading during 10 AM. God damn, dude. Now I have that feeling. Revenge trade feeling. I'm just gonna delete everything, just go over it all for the fucking stream. I'm not gonna fucking take that as a loss. I'm gonna make this, turn this loss into a W. So, okay, see, the only thing about the daily bias is the only thing that's unclean about it is the fact that the weekly candle doesn't support the expansion bullishly. Right. So, but I'm not gonna let that fucking stop me from trading at all this week, bullishly. Everything is supported bullishness to do. Right, so you can think about the universal, the framework as range low to range high. Essentially, simply. We got SMT with this low here. I don't know why I didn't do that before. And then we had Wednesday confirming the low of the week with a daily swing point away from daily key level. As to be confirming that framework, I suppose you can say. So I'm just simply looking for Thursday C3 continuation to create that daily expansion away from the low of the week towards the target level. So that's the daily bias. It's as simple as that. Super clean. Can't get any cleaner than that. It's quite literally super clean. So Thursday should respect EQ or the upper half of the creator range, refining the validation level down to the closest floor level to the new data can open. Super clean for their swings. As the target levels. Sorry, Jack. So, what's the refined validation level? This far gap here. So the framework would be IRL to ERL. Asia reversal 6 a.m. 2 a.m. 6 a.m. continuation. Alright, so that's the floor profile. Super clean. Super simple. Dude, what the fuck? Alright. So I was simply just looking to trade 6 a.m. as a 4-hour expansion candle away from the low day, away from this key level towards the target levels. Right, it's as literally simple as that. So the daily supports expansion, the 4-hour supports expansion. So now aligning the 1 hour 30 minute with expansion bullishly. What do we do prior to the driver? Right. Yes. Well, we've seen price expanded and kind of like consolidated prior to the driver, but we did create a protected swing during the 6 a.m. candle. So ideally the driver retraces into a key level being like this CSD and creates a new swing formation right off of it. Driver reversal, right? But the fact that the driver failed to respect this, I mean, literally NQ is showing more strength, right? So driver reversal, get off, come on. So today open up here. Sports expansion, whatever, blah blah. I don't care about any of this. What do we do part of the river? Well, we've created SMD fill, PSP bullishly, right? Clearly NQ's this the leading asset. We also created this CSD first versus any other asset. Clearly NQ's the leading asset. So part of the driver, obviously, we didn't reverse, so we gotta see the driver 22 key level in reverse. And since we created the CSD within 6 a.m. and the driver's opening up within it pretty much, I can take my entry off of that. Try to. Failed to. Price failed to respect it though, but essentially my entry. Right. We've seen the driver. Failed to respect that. Fell into reach this. Create the reversal off this candle's low. Yeah. If I waited for a CSD on the 5-3 minute, I would have been safe here. It's crazy. So we're creating that 2-stage SMT. String switch. Let me log this real quick. Do it while on stream, fuck it. Alright, so the daily bias is pretty one-sided bullish, besides the weekly candle. What am I going to do? I'm just gonna fucking go all in tomorrow. I could save it. I could save it next week. Just risk like 50% of the total, my total drawdown next week. Unless Friday provides an entry, then I'll do the same thing on Friday. But I think it was a valid day. Like, I'm mad at myself because I feel like I did something wrong, but I know that I didn't do anything wrong. This was a valid loss. Like, I think it was pretty logical. I don't think that I did anything wrong here. I don't think I was greedy. I strictly just was a robot with it. I took it because it was valid. I'm just gonna do that in Canva. Hopefully I can get this done before 10 AM. We'll see what 10 AM provides. Trade results or trade realize doesn't matter. Q loss. So C2, C3 continuation today. Usually I knock that out. Doesn't matter. So today I should respect EQ the creator range, create that expansion count away from the low of the week, from its level towards the target levels. I think the daily bias is pretty much bullish. You can't really get any cleaner than that. So let's profile the daily candle for sure. So pretty far, but seeing today open up, despite this far gap, create a reversal to a continuation, and I was looking for a 6 AM to create the fucking C4 continuation. Yeah, I fell too. So the 4 profile was literally just as clean as it could be. Fucking internal, external, Asia reversal to him, create to C3, look for 6 AM C4. So the 4 was aligned with the daily bias. The daily bias was aligned with bullishness. The 4 was aligned with bullishness. So now That's everything. Very clean. Russia. There's really nothing else to talk about. Simply, I'm trying to trade 6 AM as a 4 expansion call away from the low day, away from the key level towards the target level. Alright, it's just literally as simple as that. I don't know why my mind like doesn't believe in what I doesn't believe in myself. I don't believe in myself. I don't believe in what I say. I have no trust in myself, and that's a problem. Literally, it's like I forgot literally everything that I've learned in this past year. But what do we do per the river? Simple as that. I don't need to overcomplicate it. 30-minute. I'm not trying to pattern train this too, like it's you know, I mean, yeah, like someone would say that I'm pattern trading this as C3 internal external. Maybe some, let's say like the logical thing would have been to just not trade today or wait for the driver to confirm the narrative, as the weekly candle doesn't support the expansion. Doesn't really make sense for us to hit higher because of that large opposing run below the weekly candle open. It's probably best to wait for the driver to confirm the narrative, just to, you know, demand a little bit more confirmation. But right now I'm just blind by the fact that I want it. I'm blinded by greed, I guess. But this dude's too fucking hard here. And the fact that we, on the 1 hour or 30-minute, the fact that price reached extra range of liquidity. Again, this is like a reloaded swing as a reminder. Technically it is because, but it really doesn't matter. We've already showed no willingness to want to manipulate these reloaded swings here. But price was failing to manipulate this high, you know, going into before the driver. Like it's clear and obvious that we're failing to manipulate this high. So we should reach for the next highs, the next key levels. Way up there, but so, and then so part of the driver, what do we do? We go to that string switch, SMT fill, right? During 6 AM's protraction stage, then we go to that CI, CSD, or whatever that protect the swing during the this 4-hour candle delivery, protecting the low of the 6 AM candle when doing that. But we expanded prior to the driver and felt to put in the reversal away from a key level part of the driver, so the driver should trade into a key level, which the only key level we have really is the CSD. So ideally the driver retraces into that and creates that swing point, you know, the reversal away from it. So essentially it would be driver reversal. If no reversal put in part of the driver, then the driver should create that reversal, simply. And so I was expecting that. So I had a limit order put in, placed a limit order prior to this driver's opening, assuming the driver will retrace into this range, create the reversal, and expand towards the target level. As I am simply just trading a 16-4 expansion candle away from the low day and just aligning the 1-hour model with, or 30-minute model with that profile or bias. But sadly the driver failed to respect the invalidation levels. When it was literally the strongest asset, it's crazy. Fucking, it's retardism, so. definitely something that I'm not seeing today though. I'll learn from it later on as I keep revising it. Right now though, I can't see it. Like, what am I doing wrong? I don't know. I can't tell. I don't know what I did wrong. I think everything was clean. It's bad that I think that I did something wrong. I mean, like, I followed my rules. Everything was checked off. Everything was valid to trade. So. Sucks. I'm trying to be curious with this shit. Not blind. Trying to grow. Trying to learn from my mistakes. It's hard when you're tired. I hate when I'm tired too. I just want to be energized and fucking motivated, but it just seems impossible. But this was a clean day. This was a validated trade. Just one simple loss. Maybe I'll make it back during 10 AM. We'll see what happens. Like this one. There. So let's revise. I think it's still 10 AM. Okay, so let's go back to the 4 and see if we can trade 10 AM. What is ES doing? Again, not expanding higher. Again, I'm just failing to really expand higher as well during forever. The day doesn't really support expansion bearishly anymore either. This is unclean. I mean, yeah, I'd be trading a reversal day bearishly, which would be aligned with the weekly candle, but fact that we didn't open up higher at first, take this high, and then retrace from work from external to internal. This is unclean. Like, fuck. Yeah, it's not clean from anywhere. I mean, maybe we'll do order parameters, whatever. I don't know. Like, got this as like range high to range low. Maybe. I don't care. I'm not gonna trade it out. It's unclean. I'll just let today confirm the narrative for what Friday will do. I'm really gonna backtest this later, revise it, journal it, really truly understand. Like, I think it really just came down to the weekly bias. The fact that the weekly candle doesn't for expansion bullshit is why we failed to really expand higher today. Just makes sense. Sadly, I was wanting to disregard that one. I can't blame myself. I mean, everything looks clean. C2, C3, internal, external. Right, 6 a.m. C4. Stop target levels. Put in the reversal for the driver. Technically 9 a.m. was C4. I was looking for a driver continuation off this continuation order block, or driver reversal in the 30-minute, which would be still the driver retracing into this order block. Whenever it's still respecting the approved 1 hour within range, but it would just be driver reversal in the 30-minute. But it was about to take the entry off of this, assuming that we're trading 6 a.m. as a 4-hour expansion kind of away from the low day. But sadly, the driver failed to respect that invalidation level. Even if it did take this relevant low and reverse higher, I would still trade any continuation. Everything would be valid. But now the driver's found to reverse, found to respect the daily bias. The 4 profile at this point is not clean. I can't try any reversal here, so can't really trust it. It's not clean. It's not my model, so. Alright. Anyways, I'm gonna turn off the charts. Or we just backed us, so